I've been selling on TPT for more than 17 years. Over that time, I've generated more than $1.7 million in sales and consistently remained among the top sellers on the platform. And right now, I'm seeing some changes that I think every TPT seller should be paying attention to. Because many of the challenges sellers are experiencing today are not isolated. They're showing up across stores of all sizes. One of the biggest things I'm seeing right now is slower growth. Many sellers are working hard, creating products, improved listings, and learning SEO, building stores, and yet growth feels harder than it did a few years ago. I'm also seeing increased competition. Many niches have become more crowded. Teachers have more choices than ever, which means visibility matters more than ever. I'm also seeing sellers struggle with focus. There are more tools, more strategies, more advice, more opportunities, and many sellers are not sure where they should be spending their time. The result is that they stay busy without necessarily making meaningful progress. I've seen many of these changes in my own store. I've seen traffic shift. I've lost rankings. I've watched products perform differently than they did in previous years. But one thing has not changed. Growth still comes from identifying the right problem and solving it. That's why I continue to spend time looking at data, evaluating systems, and focusing on the areas that have the greatest potential impact. Right now, for my store, that has meant strengthening leverage by improving entry point products and freebies rather than simply creating more products. The biggest mistake I see sellers make right now is assuming they need to do more. More products, more courses, more strategies, more everything. But growth rarely comes from doing everything. It usually comes from focusing on the few things that matter most. The challenge is identifying what those things are. This is one of the reasons I created the simple framework, because most sellers don't need more information. They need a better way to identify what is currently limiting growth. Every store has a constraint, and until that constraint is identified, it is easy to spend time solving problems that aren't actually preventing growth. Ask yourself and comment below, what is currently limiting growth in your store? What evidence supports that conclusion? Are you solving the biggest problem or simply the most obvious one? Those questions can completely change how you approach growth. And if you're not sure which system is currently limiting growth in your store, download the free TPT Growth Constraint Finder found in the description below. It will help you identify the biggest constraints so you can focus your time and energy where it matters most. One of the most common conclusions sellers reach when growth slows is, I need more products. But is that actually true? In the next video, we're going to talk about why more products won't fix many of the growth challenges sellers are facing today. I will see you in the next video.